Yesterday, Trump held a press conference where he blamed everything, all this war that we have now, on Ukraine and on President Zelensky. Philip O'Brien, he has an excellent article on Substack about this, and I would like to share it with you. So let's do it. So the name of the article is "The US has taken sides against democracy." Well, President Trump decided to call out all those frauds, charlatans, and grifters who had been discussing his policies for months. Yesterday, he exposed just how these people had been either willfully lying or so stupid that they did not understand what they were seeing. The problem was, the people he exposed as frauds and charlatans were his own supporters, who were telling us that he would negotiate a great deal for Ukraine, that he would defend freedom around the world, that he would be tough on Putin, blah, blah, blah. In the evening press conference, Trump went full Putin and blamed the Ukrainians for the war and made it clear that he had deliberately excluded them from the negotiations. He came right out and said what he always believed, that Ukraine was to be blamed for being invaded by Russia, that Ukraine was at fault for continuing to fight, and that ultimately Ukraine was at fault for wanting to be free and democratic society. His hatred for Zelensky is also palpable for having the temerity not to bow down and accept dictation from the USA and Russia. And in another press conference, he basically endorsed the right of conquest for Russia. If Russia has taken land by force, it is reasonable to expect that they can keep it. Now, this should have surprised no one, but sadly it has. This was actually a good thing, as it destroyed whatever fig leaf Trump supporters had left to protect their modesty. He is now making the USA a force against democracy in Europe and the world. This will have far-reaching implications. And many states which have been hoping beyond hope, or more likely hoping beyond reason, that Trump was not exactly what he said he was, can no longer pretend that the USA is their friend and a defender of their freedom. I will be writing a great deal about this in the coming days, both here and for the Atlantic and probably foreign affairs. This is the most momentous challenge to the international order since 1939, and indeed to be faced clearly and coldly, and needs to be faced clearly and coldly. Final thing, I know some people don't like it when I say the USA has taken sides against democracy. They prefer it when I say Trump or MAGA. However, in this case, I don't think such sensitivity is helpful. Indeed, I would call it deceptively comforting. The USA elected Trump with a clear plurality of the vote. It also gave his party a majority in the Senate and the House. These majorities have gone on to confirm. Have gone on to confirm his cabinet choices, which include a combination of dangerous extremists and incompetence. This is not Donald Trump. This is now the position of the US government. Not acknowledging the fact is a disservice to Americans and the rest of the world. Thank you for watching, and till next time, Slava Ukraini!